What was Diddy thinking when he tried to rock Janet Jackson's world? Some say he was just another hustler, trying to charm his way into Janet's life. Rumors have long swirled around Diddy's attempts to get close to her, with some alleging that he even invited her to parties where celebrities swapped partners and champagne bottles were spiked. However, the only reason Janet never paid Diddy any attention may have been due to her brother, Michael Jackson, who allegedly whispered a stern warning to Janet about Diddy's sly ways. And that could be why Janet kept dodging Diddy like a bad habit. The saga between Diddy and Janet reportedly began when Michael Jackson found himself in the midst of serious scandals, some of which were allegedly conspired by certain powerful groups in Hollywood, including people close to Diddy. These scandals didn't just target Michael, but also had repercussions for his family, including Janet. Michael was one of the most powerful entertainers in the world, and some believe there was a conspiracy to bring him down because of that. In case you're not familiar with the theory, it's believed that powerful groups tried to sabotage Michael Jackson because he wielded too much influence. And if you recall, Michael had his share of legal battles. One such instance was when Dieter Wiesner, a former advisor, sued Michael for $64 million, and another advisor, Mark Schaffel, hit Michael with a $3 million lawsuit. There was even an audio recording where Michael allegedly lashed out saying, "They suckers, they're like leeches. It's a conspiracy. The Jews do it on purpose." Michael believed the same group behind the scandals was responsible for orchestrating accusations against him. Interestingly, these scandals didn't just impact Michael, they affected his entire family, including Janet. One of the most significant blows came when Janet lost an endorsement deal with Coca-Cola in the wake of the allegations against her brother. Janet has always stood by Michael, even stating in one of her documentaries that her brother would never do something like that, but acknowledged that being guilty by association had still hurt her career. During that time, Janet kept her distance from many people in the industry, including Diddy. It is said that Michael had warned her to be cautious about who she trusted, especially those running the major labels. This could explain why Janet recently dismissed Kamala Harris in an interview with The Guardian, where she revealed that she learned Kamala wasn't actually black and that her father was white. This revelation led many to speculate that Janet's distrust of certain figures in power might have been influenced by the backlash Michael faced throughout his career. But what does this have to do with Diddy? Some suggest Janet distanced herself from Diddy because of the history surrounding him and the accusations swirling around Michael. During Michael's trial, Kamala Harris even weighed in, suggesting that the testimonies of children in abuse cases were often persuasive, which further fueled Janet's wariness toward those in power. Diddy, however, was determined to get closer to Janet. In fact, their tension goes back to the 2004 Super Bowl, where Janet's infamous wardrobe malfunction stole the spotlight. Diddy, who also performed at that halftime show, felt overshadowed and frustrated, claiming that nobody remembered his performance because of the controversy surrounding Janet. In interviews, Diddy has expressed his frustration, saying, "I performed right before Janet Jackson, and nobody remembers. I performed twice at the Super Bowl, but nobody remembers seeing me." Diddy later admitted that he hadn't managed to get Janet's number during that time, but he kept trying. According to some reports, Diddy finally got Janet's number much later and started interacting with her. One notable interaction took place at the Billboard Music Awards, where Diddy was seen passionately expressing his love for Janet and even kissed her hand. The two were also seen together at Diddy's 54th birthday celebration in London, with Naomi Campbell also in attendance. However, after Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy exposed some of his alleged wrongdoings, both Janet and Naomi quickly deleted any pictures they had taken with him from that night. This left many wondering if Janet had finally seen proof of what Michael had warned her about all along. According to some rumors, Diddy had invited Janet to his place in the Hamptons several times, but she never accepted his invitations. Fans took to social media to praise Janet for her smart choices, One fan commented, "Janet was smart AF," while another said, "She never really cared for him. He tried to work with her on Asterix, the Velvet Rope Asterix album, and she was like, 'I'm good.'" Another fan chimed in saying, "I bet Mike warned her about Diddy. Janet has largely stayed quiet about her relationship with Diddy, but in one interview she briefly addressed the rumors. When asked why she didn't return Diddy's calls, Janet dismissed it as gossip, saying, "That's more gossip. He's invited me to his place in the Hamptons a couple of times, but I've just never been." Despite her nonchalant response, many believe that Janet's distance from Diddy was intentional, especially given Michael's warnings. Some even speculate that Michael had told Janet to steer clear of certain people in the industry, including Diddy, who was affiliated with powerful groups that Michael distrusted. The tension between Diddy and Janet seems to have peaked around the time of the Super Bowl, but it didn't stop there. Even after Cassie's lawsuit and the resurfacing of troubling allegations against Diddy, Janet has continued to keep her distance. Fans have speculated that this is proof Janet always knew something was off about Diddy, especially after Michael's warnings. One theory floating around is that Diddy's frustration with Janet dates back to that 2004 Super Bowl performance when Janet's wardrobe malfunction stole the spotlight. Diddy reportedly felt sidelined, and some believe his attempts to get close to Janet after that were more about redeeming his image than a genuine connection. The whole saga has left fans divided. Some believe that Diddy genuinely wanted to work with Janet, while others think that Michael's warnings were enough to keep Janet away from him for good. Whatever the truth may be, Janet has remained a loyal defender of her brother throughout all of his legal battles and the media frenzy surrounding him. As for Diddy, he has continued to maintain a high profile in the entertainment industry, but his reputation has taken several hits in recent years. With lawsuits and allegations piling up, it's hard to ignore the growing speculation that Janet was right to be wary of him. In the end, the question remains, did Michael Jackson truly warn Janet about Diddy, and did Janet heed that warning all along? While we may never know for sure, one thing is certain: Janet has always had her brother's back, and she's always been careful about who she associates with in the industry. So what do you think? Was Michael's warning about Diddy the reason Janet avoided him for so long? Or was it all just a coincidence? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, and I'll catch you later. What was Diddy thinking when he tried to rock Janet Jackson's world? Some say he was just another hustler, trying to charm his way into Janet's life. Rumors have long swirled around Diddy's attempts to get close to her, with some alleging that he even invited her to parties where celebrities swapped partners and champagne bottles were spiked. However, the only reason Janet never paid Diddy any attention may have been due to her brother, Michael Jackson, who allegedly whispered a stern warning to Janet about Diddy's